Lie down on your back. The first exercise is 100. It's a warm-up exercise in the intermediate level. Let's inhale, picking up your legs. Exhale, picking up your head and shoulders. Extend your legs out and start pumping. Inhale for the count of 5. Exhale for the count of 5. Of course, you've done this before, so if your 100 looks like this, go for it. But if it looks like this, stay in that position too. Maybe your 100 today looks like that because the lower back hurts. That's quite all right. We are doing this workout at our working level, how we are today at this moment. It's always good to count your own repetitions. Next, let's do roll-ups. Lie down on your back, put your thumbs together over the chest, and let's start activating the upper, the middle, the lower abdominals to roll up off the floor, vertebrae by vertebrae, pretending that there is low ceiling wherever you are, so that you're trying to curl into yourself, bend in as many places as possible in your spine to activate your abdominals the best. Use them to also lower your spine down vertebrae by vertebrae. Of course, if keeping the legs straight is not available to you, you can keep your knees bent and do the same exercise. We're doing anywhere from 5 to 8 repetitions. Gradually warming up the abdominals, the back muscles, hamstrings and calves are stretching. Good. Single leg circles. Flex your left foot. Relax your right quad, maybe by turning your leg out. And let's take the hip off as we inhale, bringing the right leg across the body and straight up to exhale. If you feel like you can stabilize your pelvis, take your right leg way out to the side, but make sure that the left pelvis, side of the pelvis stays still by engaging the left glute hamstring. 5 repetitions each way. As we reverse, we keep stabilizing the left glute hamstring, the left side of the pelvis using your glute hamstring. I feel a click here in my hip joint, so I'm going to bend my knee and turn it out even more, or make the movement smaller to get rid of that click. Let's switch legs. Flex your right foot, engage the right glute hamstring, float your left leg up and relax your quad so that you have more access to your inner thigh and the glute muscle. The lower abdominals are on to stabilize the curve in your lower back. Avoid arching your lower back. And reverse. Inhale lowers the leg. Exhale picks it up. I'm feeling my right glute hamstring working really hard to stabilize the right side of my pelvis as I'm moving the left leg. Next, hug that knee to the chest. You can hold on to the shin or under the knee. Roll yourself up to sit. Don't put your left foot on the mat. Pick up the other foot and let's roll like a ball. And as we're rolling, We're improving on our upper curl, on our tuck to create a C shape, supported by the abdominals. Next, let's put the hands on the right leg, a single leg stretch. Inhale, exhale. Try flexing your feet or pointing your feet and see which one helps you engage your abdominals best. Double leg stretch. Squeeze the inner thighs for extra support for your lower abs to work harder, for extra support for your lower back. And scissors are next. Be careful about the neck. Make sure you're supporting it with the upper abdominals, so keep rising up to the leg instead of falling back to the mat. It will provide a better support for your head and shoulder and neck because you will be able to activate the upper abs more. Next, double leg stretch. Make sure that you unfold the tailbone and only lift your legs around the stable pelvis. If you can go further, by all means do it, but only if you can support the weight of the legs with your lower abdominals. Elbow to knee. Let's hold the ears so we will not pull on our necks. Try to keep equal distance between your elbows to create twist from your trunk. Exhale helps you twist. And we come up to sit for spine stretch forward. Take a deep inhale, and on an exhale, as you're activating your abdominals, bend your spine, send your heels forward for some calf and hamstring stretch, and then stack up the vertebra on the top of each other. Take a breath, empty your lungs, going down, inflate your lungs, coming up, and then exhale, going down again. So keep the breath and the movement synchronized with each other so you can breathe efficiently. We're going to stay down here. Grab the ankles or the toes. Do a little swan here. And then slide your heels together. Place your hands under your calves. Extend your legs out to the sides. And let's do open leg rock. Or open leg balance if that's what's available to you. Working on the curl, upper curl, to activate the upper abdominals to help lift the spine up off the mat. One more time. We'll close the legs, lower down, and do corkscrew next. Draw a basketball-sized circle on the ceiling. Inhale for the first half, exhale for the second half. You can even think of an oval to activate more obliques as you go to the side, more than down. Try straightening your legs. For more feedback to the lower abdominals. Next, we're going to do saw. So you can keep your legs straight, lift your arms up, come up to open the legs, and here's the saw. As we activate the abdominals, we stretch the neck and upper back muscles. On an exhale, Keep lowering your shoulders and reaching your arms away from each other to lengthen, further lengthen the spine, back muscles. And 5 repetitions. You're always better off counting for yourself, because as I'm giving instructions, I do a loose count. When I work out on my own, I count my repetitions properly. I promise. And next, we're going to transition to Swan. So you can bring your legs together, turn on your stomach. Here, we're going to activate the lower abdominals and the glutes hamstrings by doing a pelvic tuck to open up the lower back. We'll activate the upper back muscles by pulling the shoulder blades back and down, reaching your elbows to the imaginary pockets in your jeans. And as you lengthen the neck out of the shoulders, start lifting your neck and the upper back, activating the mid-back muscles to lift you with very little help from the hands, no help. And then come back down. And so practice these movements in such a manner that they do not hurt your lower back. If you feel compression in your lower spine, maybe put a pillow under your pelvis so that it'll tuck easier and the lower back will be relaxed at the beginning of the movement. In order to build strength over time, keep practicing smaller gestures. If you feel no pain in your lower back, keep exploring how high can you lift your back. You can even try taking the hands off, reaching them to the sides, and doing this exercise without the support of the arms. Inhale on the way up and exhale on the way down. We'll stretch the back and then move on to side kicks. So align your elbow, hips with the edge of the mat and bring the legs to the front. The first one, we're going to kick forward and back. 1, 2, 1, 2. Trying really hard not to move the rest of the body. So I'm using my hand to press against my pelvis to give support while the leg is kicking back. I'm also engaging the abdominals, so I'm not lying down here like a sack of potatoes, but I am lifting my own weight up to not to sink into the wrist and neck. So we can flex the foot to the front and point to the back. It's one big kick and a smaller kick, one big kick and a smaller kick. And even though I'm trying really hard not to move, you can see me lifting that bottom leg up a little. And so here you can flex to the front as you go 1, 2, bigger kick and smaller kick, and point to the back 1, 2, so that we can stretch the calf muscles and the hamstrings in the front, and then the hip flexors going to the back and activating the glute hamstring. So when you're kicking, think of muscles that actually move your leg rather than a kick. So I'm moving the leg to the front, pulling my abdominals tight. I'm moving the leg to the back, looking for the glute hamstring. Let's go up, pointing, flex down. Inhale, lift, exhale, lower. Lengthen the leg out of the hip, and then reverse. Flex to lift and point to lower. Inhale, exhale. 2 more. Up, down, up, down.